We all have our favorite basketball movies of all time, but what makes these films so special is the iconic characters that grace the hardwood. Now, some look worthy to play in the pros, and others, well, CGI definitely played a part in making them look so good. So with that being said, here are my top 5 best fictional basketball characters of all time.
Play clock at 5, score 4 goals, 3, a 2-home run and 1.
And just for the record, I'm not including any NBA players, so no Leon Badeau, no Butch McRae, no Bo Cruz, no Jesus Shuttlesworth, none of those guys, I'm sorry. At number 5, I'm rolling with Teemo Cruz from Coach Carter. Now, I know he was arguably a role player, but pulling up for 3 on a fast break, you gotta love it. You also gotta respect the perseverance after his cousin Lenny gets shot and killed, RIP to Lenny, and of course his leadership skills, both on and off the court. I swear, up until now, I've lived my life by the saying, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Dude was wise beyond his years. You know Teemo Cruz is gonna bring it every night, and he's always gonna have his teammates back. He's literally the reason Channing Tatum is still with us. And as we know from those epic ending credits, Cruz went on to start in college. Inspirational. At number 4, I got Tommy Shepard from Above the Rim. Anyone who pulls up to Rucker Park to defend the local up-and-comer, who's getting threatened by Tupac to throw a game, who's getting flagrant foul after flagrant foul after flagrant foul, and wills his team the victory, well, they deserve to be on this list. Shep was hitting jumpers and dunking on dudes, fully embracing this playmaking role he flourished in back in the day. Plus, my man Shep did it all in corduroy pants and a long-sleeve shirt. He's just built different. Oh, and he never said a word, ever. Despite all the physicality, all the trash talk, not a word. Shep is proof that real G is moving silence like lasagna. After leading an inspirational comeback, Shep throws the game-winning dime from just inside half court, and the guy dunks it, and it's over. The heroics come into play, and he jumps in front of a bullet. He literally took a bullet for the up-and-coming star. We salute you, Tom Shepard. At number 3, of course, I got Troy Bolton from High School Musical. Wildcat Nepo baby with the voice of an angel. Although he was slightly undersized, don't let the boyish good looks fool you. The guy was throwing dimes, and his jump shot was as silky smooth as his hair. I mean, he balls, he sings, he dances. Troy Bolton is truly a triple threat. He gets scouted by all the big-time schools, and in the end, he chose basketball, but he also chose theater, and University of California, Berkeley offered him both. At the 2 spot, I'm taking Billy Hoyle from White Men Can't Jump. It's not often you come across an awkward, doofy-looking guy at the park that you've never seen before who talks shit and can back it up, let alone hustle the great Sidney Dean on his own turf. I mean, how many people do you know who are able to hit a 3/4 court hook shot on the first attempt, might I add, to get their girl on Jeopardy? I'll tell you, nobody. Billy's got the cockiness, he's got the skill, he's got the swag. His only flaw, he can't dunk a basketball. Well, that all changes at the end of the movie when Billy catches a lob from Sidney Dean and goes up for the flush. I don't believe what I just saw! I saw a man fly!
What is that?
It's Billy Hoyle, are you kidding me? Go back to doing what you're doing, come on. Don't interrupt me, I'm talking about one of the GOATs. And hands down, my number 1 greatest fictional basketball player of all time, it's gotta be Calvin Cambridge from Like Mike. I mean, quite possibly the best rags to riches basketball story of all time. Calvin went from orphan to dunking on David Robinson, crossing up Allen Iverson, and trash-talking Jason Kidd. What the f***? That's every kid's dream. Alliteration aside, he picked the pocket of a prime T-Mac. He even called Gary Payton the glove a mitten. And he had Dirk begging him for an autograph. It's weak, Dirk, not a good look. Don't forget, he took off from the free throw line and won the dunk contest. You know how Jason Richardson won it in 2002? He really didn't, it was Calvin Cambridge, go check. Oh my God, then they played against Vince Carter and the Raptors in the playoffs, and he made the game-winning dime to his boy T-Time when he was triple teamed, and he could have put it up, and he went through Vince Carter's legs. Oh my God, that was like my peak childhood memory of basketball cinema. I wish I could have been Calvin Cambridge back then. But I didn't turn out so bad, did I? They call me the Jewish Jokic. All right, I definitely got some honorable mentions for you. Now, we mentioned Sidney Dean from White Men Can't Jump. Well, he's number 6 on my list because he was a little too turnover prone. Kyle Lee Watson from Above the Rim, the guy Tommy Shepard defended, he was a little too much of a head case, but he did go on to play at Georgetown. People forget. Damian Carter's an honorable mention too, but Teemo Cruz just stole the show. And of course, Juwanna Mann would be on my list if he didn't cheat the game. Don't cheat the game, Juwanna Mann. Which fictional basketball character did I forget? Let me know. My name is Brad Parker, and that's my top 5.